Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the Little Lighthouse. I'm Carly. I'll be your host. If you don't know me, I'm a writer, musician, activist, and backyard farmer living in San Diego, California. And I'm very excited for our special guest tonight. Welcome to the Little Lighthouse stage, Adrian. How's it going?
Good, thank you, Carly. Wow, what an introduction.
Complete with techno issues. No, your work speaks for itself.
That's the best. The technical issues give us humanity.
Right? It totally does.
Yeah.
So yeah, you work a lot with your dreams in your work. And so I was wondering, how have your dreams been changed by the pandemic?
Well, I feel like first with the regular changes, like in normal life, that using mask, and in my dreams at the beginning of the pandemic, let's say around May last year, I start dreaming not with myself with mask, but with other people with mask and with images that like drawings with mask, but also with Black Lives Matter, with viruses floating, like a cosmos things. And one of those dreams, I was sit in a tarot reading session with this long character, beautiful blue and yellow person. And this person give me a card. It's like, okay, wow, who create this? Because in the card was, all the arcanes, like a loco or maybe the dead, but it's with mask, with Black Lives Matter things. And this character tell me, you did it. And when I wake up, it's like I was very confused. Like, wow, this message is very strong. But and I really analyzed the idea. Can I make a tarot, like a tarot deck by myself? No, I can't. But my community can. And I go by my tarot. I have several tarot decks. I get one and pick 8 cards and connect with 8 of my friends and send emails. And only 4 accept to do it. Because I tell the story. I just have this dream. Do you like to be with me in the creation of a tarot deck about pandemic and revolution? Okay, 4 say yes. And it's like, oh, that's only 50%. I choose another 8 cards, and these 8 new friends tell me yes. When I have this idea, well, I have 12 friends doing the tarot with me. Yeah, I start feeling like your dreams can be used in an incredible way. It's not only about interpretation, it's about the dream gives you action. When I have all this dream, actually makes me feel that I need to be connected because we were in lockdown. Oh, I need to be connected in any way, the artistic way, the poetic way. And at some point, when some of my artists start saying, well, I can't do 7 or 8 cards, maybe I can do 4 or 5. Well, start the whole production a problematic, when you start creating with other artists, that happens. I know that it's good. I'm also an art teacher. I know what is this working. And yeah, at the end, we get 23 visual artists, but I have another dream. That's the problem. I have another dream. And that was the dream that every card have a poem. And when this character, because I used to have recurrent dreams, the same blue and yellow character was reading me, not a description, but a poem. And when I wake up, I start sending emails to all my poet friends. And one of my poet friends is Michael Ward, that is here in the audience. Thank you, Michael.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, he did a what beautiful poem for the dead.
Wow.
And yeah, this kind of connection is incredible. At the end, I connect with around 56 poets and visual artists in the community. One of the poets connect me with a local publisher in Auckland, and that will be published by Nomadic Press at the end of the year.
Wow.
And will be a dream come true, but in the way that you still connected with the community. I was having so fun doing this. It's amazing.
That's so awesome.
But
No,
well,
I totally hear you.
But also not only very happy dreams. Remember when George Floyd happens and all this suffocation moment? And I'm a happy person. I'm every day smiling and writing and doing a lot of happy things, but I get depressed for that. And when I saw that the whole planet get depressed and get a response, that was like a very symptomatic about, okay, we are in pandemic, we are inside four walls, and suddenly we can feel that asphyxiation. You know? And everything is connected in humans, like in trees. At that moment, I feel like we all are trees. We are all connected, and we need to do something. You know? And we did it in different ways, in different levels. But artists did a lot about that.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. And I like to celebrate George Floyd's life, and because I never know that man, and give me a lot. It's like I know that man at the time that was dead. It's like I know his soul, but know his body, and that's amazing. That's like another dream, but a real one. Yeah, celebration for George Floyd, and also for Anna, my teacher Anna Halprin, passed away yesterday. Incredible 100-year-old woman giving us the sense of social justice for our bodies. You know? With every performance, with every class, with every movement, every time that she touched my arm was to do something very important, like help me to direct a good movement, to focus on something that my body needs to do. That was so amazing. Thank you, Anna.
Like, she was an amazing human. Just reading a little bit about her and all of her work with like cancer patients and the terminally ill, and just like she's, yeah. And then her focus on the collective, like you're talking about, her focus on community and how important that is, Yeah, I was going to ask, besides, so it sounds like you had many powerful moments of art making in this last year, but what are some of your most favorite, besides the tarot and bringing people together? What are some of like your just...
Right. Okay. For that question, can we celebrate? I have a gin and tonic here to celebrate this moment.
And Gimlet! Woo!
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Great.
Yeah. To community, to art. And to gin.
Favorite moments is, I think I have Um, my daughter that studied music in Boston, after, well, I visit her several times and I meet a lot of her friends in Boston, all musicians, composers. When pandemic started and Anais was here, one of her friends from Boston contacted me, asking me, Adrian, can you listen this song that I just composed? And maybe if you feel inspired, you can do anything with that. And that was amazing. That was beautiful. A beautiful request um, from a very young friend, crossing generations, crossing a lot of space from Boston to Oakland. And I create a piece that is a light painting. When I was painting, I was inspired by the song. And at the end, we have this special, it's kind of a warrior in the water. Um, and the problematic was about to um, being inside and try to be outside. Yeah, that was a nice moment. I know there are several moments, but I don't know why come this to. Maybe the intergenerational thing that give me a lot.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I totally hear you. I mean, we've been doing these lighthouses for the last year, and it's actually one of my favorite parts too, is different ages getting together and just, again, like being together in humanity, and sharing creativity. And yeah, there's
Yeah.
something about
But I
passing.
remember other one. I'm an art teacher in a school, and I really love to teach the little ones. I teach from kinder to 8th grade. But once a year, I did a special workshop with pre-K, pre-kinder. They are 3 or 4 years old. Amazing, like that. And this year, well, in pandemic, and after a long time, okay, I decided to do that outdoors, uh, in very small groups of 4 or 5 around a canvas. And I get inspiration from Nikki de Sanfal or Georgia O'Keeffe uh, to showing some flowers, some special creatures. And they start just with cans or sponges creating an incredible universe. Wow, that was fascinating. You know, yeah, because that was the first time that I bought these huge canvases that I used to paint my paintings. And that was a very professional paint by Prekinder. Yeah,
Wow.
I love
That's
it.
awesome. When was that?
What was that?
Yeah, was that pretty recently?
That was in October. No, 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 no. October we continue online. Uh, Let me think better. No, that was very recent. That was like in January. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
They must have been so happy to be back
yeah,
seeing each other, and making art. I can't imagine how happy they must have been.
yeah.
Um,
Amazing. Little kids, all my students, they are my heroes. They resist and resist. They were suffering a lot inside homes. You know, they were receiving all these hard emotions that all parents and adults have around. They are sponges, and at the time that the school decide, okay, you can come back little by little in the small groups. That was, yeah, liberation.
yeah, no, they must have been so happy. Yeah, just to be out. The one thing I did like was seen in our neighborhood. I saw a ton of kids out like on their own, like more than normal. You know, normally they always have parents with them, but like especially like March of last year into the summer, it would be like little like 6 and 8 year olds just riding their bikes or like doing their thing by themselves. And I was like, whoa, this is like when I grew up, it was just much more, you could just run around. It was that
Yeah.
part I was like, that's cool that parents can't just be watching them all the time, you know? But so I have another deep question for you. So as an artist, oh yeah, importantly, take a sip.
You say deep. I need that. Two sips.
um, as an artist, how do you think there's so many crazy things going on still? And I think like as a society, like you said, we kind of got in touch with the amount of things that we're dealing with right now, not only the pandemic, but global warming. There's all these different things, right? Racial justice in general that's been going on forever, everything with police. There's so many things, you know, democracy under attack. But how do you think artists can help create solutions, or how do you think artists can work with society to create these visions or solutions that we need right now?
I think that the answer for the question would be with my actions and my experience, that what I need to do in the past. Remember that we spent 5 years with a crazy government, completely insane, that makes me feel, not only me but millions of persons too, why I am living in this country. You know? But when you have the question and you have your dreams, you have your ideals, is if you have this question, oh, you have the option of action. It's like Anna could say, okay, just write on the score. What do you need to do? And the RSVP process, you know, the resources around is like we have a bad government. We are suffering. You know? And we need to put together some ideas. In Anna's case, could be movements. What kind of movements can you create to create a healing process for this? In my case, part of the processes, I remember just when this guy get the White House in January 2017, in the same day, I create an event at the Mission Cultural Center, one illusion show. I invite 23 artists to paint and to make poetry and making music live for 3 hours in one of the galleries of the Mission Cultural Center that was completely wrapped in white paper. I used to do this event since a long time ago, but we decided with this team of we start a very bad moment. We need to heal this with our, you know, and that was amazing. Yeah. And Rupa was there. I remember you put Rupa's music.
Yeah.
Locura was there, you know, Kata and the whole group. Yeah. I'm so happy that you put one of my favorite musics. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's the best. So my old band, Tango La Melodia, that used to play at the Red Poppy, our drummer for a long time was Aaron Kierbel.
Oh, Aaron, yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron
So
was there. Aaron was there playing with Rupa. Yeah. Meclit Adero was there. Amazing. It's like in response, I remember Tango La Melodia, but that was in another illusion show.
yes, totally.
Yeah.
A long time ago. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this kind of response, you know, community engagement. And also when you are alone, maybe writing a poem about that, and you feel, well, this is very personal. It's not. Any kind of expression is communitary. We
Mm.
are connected. At, at some point, you are sharing your poem with a friend, with a lover, no? With family, or in social media or whatever. It's like a, yeah, it's a little seed, little seed. They're good things. Yeah, like also remember with a lot of love the creation of this Black Lives Matter in the pavement in Petaluma, and they give me the letter A from the first for black, BLA, no? And when I go to the place, I saw the huge letters already, you know, the silhouette, and they were very beautifully like separate. Four artists, because I was the third one, after other two, another, and after two, another, and like a, in
Oh,
one, every day we have four artists. The next day, other four and four and four, and we complete the whole thing in 4 days. No?
wow.
Very organized, very respectful, and still with a lot of power. That was great. That was great.
Beautiful. So before we're gonna get into the creating part soon, but before we do you have any advice right now for other artists and creatives about kind of how to organize their life to support art making? Because you're prolific, like it's,
Yeah, well, also again, my advice could be related with what I was living in the past years is when I have doubts, when I need to do something, but I don't know in what way, I go to my body. What, how is my body moving when I am alone or when I'm outside with other people? All the movements, and this is Anna's uh, uh, wisdom. Uh, Feel free to movement in the way that with every expression you create a revolutionary movement. Could be simple, could be very simple and very, uh, like a routine that to say hello or goodbye. You know? But if you mix, that you really feel that your movement is connected with you and with your smile and with your whole body. Movement is important. Feel your body in movement. Also, um, child memories. Okay, we are adults. We are the people that are doing things here, but every one of us have memories. What memory or what collection of memories from our childhood are important to develop now? Like maybe it's a bridge, maybe it's a bridge of 20, 30, 40 years. No, doesn't matter. Go deep, get the memory, and it's like create something with the memory. You can dance your memory, you can make a poem with your memory. You can create a dish and eat your memory, sweet or salad, or yeah. And the third one is dreaming a lot. Dream, have a book or your computer or cell phone, take notes. Don't forget your dreams. At some point, that will be connected with something creative. Something will be happening. I promise. I promise. Most of my pieces in the last 20 years, they're about dreams. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, maybe in the last 23 years. Yeah. Something like
Amazing. Amazing. Well, maybe it's time for everybody else to get involved. I feel like lately too, just with like we're all coming not out of the pandemic, it's not over yet, but it's like a new phase, right? But all this happened to us, and now we have, like you're saying, like so many memories, like just a store of all of this stuff to create from. But what are your questions to the audience right now?
Oh, I think question related with this thing that we already talk about. Um, what about if everyone here in the audience uh, go deep and get one childhood memory, mm, that with that memory, maybe you can create something. You can develop something. You can honor that memory in any way. Um, what about to remember a dream that also you really like to develop, or being curious with your dream? Huh? Could be in the artistic way or in the psychological way. That's okay. And what about, oh, movement, the body? And look in your body, how you can move, how you can, what is your favorite movement? Like a open a hand, or just shaking, or just relaxing. Make a, you know, take a couple of minutes to explore your body movements and decide what is your favorite movement. Hmm? Jumping, falling.
Beautiful. Okay, great. So here's your assignment, everybody. I'm going to put on some music, and for the next 15 minutes or so, you can journal, you can drink, uh, move, see what movement calls you. You can think about a childhood memory or a dream that you'd like to work on. Stream of consciousness, highly encouraged. You could draw, you could paint, but I'm going to put on some music, and then we'll come back together in about 15 minutes or so. And anybody who wants to share can share, but you can also just keep it private too. Sound good?
That's good.
Okay.
Thank
Have
you for
fun,
being
everybody.
here.
N'aime pas hésiter, mais t'as dit pas maintenant, t'as pas de temps. Qu'est-ce que tu penses dans toi? La vie viendra une autre fois. Non, tant pis pour toi. Ferme les yeux, embrasse-moi. Le moment nous présent, le moment est maintenant. Oui, je viens comme le vent, et je viens comme un printemps. Ouvre ta bouche et place mon nom dedans. Laisse-le-la sur le long. Oui, je viens comme le soleil, vers la bleu plus foncé. Ouvre-moi ta porte, l'amour. N'aime pas hésiter. La da da da, ya la da la la. La da da la da la da. La da 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 ya da da da. Ancient mirror, looking glass, tell me how to be free at last. Look inside you, you will see it's the love you give that will set you free. So like the rain falls into the ocean as the breath blows back to the wind, like the flame falls into the fire, we return to love once again. So like the rain falls into the ocean as the breath blows back to the wind, like the flame folds into the fire, we return to love once again. 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 This feels so So will it matter in 1 year or in 10? Through the eye of accidents, about to begin. But what will you take away from me? Time. What will you leave? And what of this will remain the same? Time. Please never change what you change. Now is just a longer than the break of dawn at home. You were counting all your luck, and I was on the phone. In the car, speeding away. I can hear the sea. In the quiet of the night, it is calling me. But what will you take away from me? Time. What will you leave? And what of this will remain the same? Time. Please never change while you
Let's take a few more minutes to finish up and then we can kind of share what we did if we want. And you're enjoying right now a bunch of our favorite Bay Area artists. So I'll play this last song and then we'll come back.
Yeah, when I'm painting, I just follow the moment. Maybe all the images that get in my in the conversation, probably. Also, the flowers you have behind you, um, the feeling of flowers, the feeling of joy, but at the same time, mourning,
Yeah.
the rhythm of the music you put, and also changing. It's about transformation. I start with a lot of colors, later change to more black. I don't know, and it's more turquoise. But I would like to make like a close up
Ooh,
happening here
cool.
in the middle,
Wow.
and how you can see the past of one flower, all the past colors, the dripping, and maybe this is my favorite part.
That's a good part.
Flower.
Beautiful. Well, I wanted to put in the chat before I wanted to give Adrian a round of applause, but before we do that, I'm putting in the chat his website so that if you're interested in any of his work, you can go there and look at his work and see what he's up to and buy his work, support his work. So that's there. But what we're gonna do now is everybody in the tradition that Aruni created, we're gonna do a little applause. So on the count of three, if everybody wants to unmute themselves and make some noise for Adrian Arias. 1, a 2, a 3.
Yeah. Thank you. Maybe I can share a short poem.
Great.
Because Nina is here, and I have a poem that Nina translated for me. It's very short from my book, Sueños y Paranoias. And first in Spanish, Curiosidad. Ella pregunta, dime mi amor, ¿siempre vamos a ser pobres? Él responde, no. Toma un trago de su vino barato y dice, un día vamos a morir. And in English, I know that I have here the translation of Nina Serrano, because I am so happy that Nina is my official translator. Curiosity. She asked, tell me, my love, are we always going to be poor? He replies, no. Take a sip of his cheap wine and say, one day we are going to die. Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful. Beautiful poem and beautiful translation. Beautiful.
Thank you, Carly. Thank you, everybody there. Susie and Daniel, Linda, Peggy, and Tania, and Nuri. Tanini, estás ahí. Hey, Tania. Oh, beautiful Tania, Janet, and Nina. Gracias.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody, so much. Feel free, support Adrian on his website. And if you want to hear what we're up to next, we have poets and activists, painters, and all sorts every month talking about visionary solutions to move us forward at this pivotal moment. So take care, and we'll see you next month. Mwah!
Mwah. Mwah.